All right, and for those of you who are new, we do a discussion and critique, but we also do it blind. So we don't go in ahead of time and prepare information. This is all in the spirit of kind of simulating a first time seeing this site for the purposes of best kind of emulating what a prospective employer might experience when arriving for the first time, you know? Of course, the goal of this entire stream is to increase people's chances of getting hired. That's the whole point of this. All right. There he is, Joe in the chat. What's up, man? Good to see you. And also, again, if you're new, or if you're not, here's a reminder. We are looking for these things. We're looking at presentation, material selection, content quality, and distinction. Presentation being just how you present yourself entirely. That's within the reel and out of the reel on the main website. Ranging from everything from, like, site layout to typos to reel flow to font selection to to transitions, all these things. And material selection is of course in terms of the kind of things you're showing on your portfolio or in your actual reel, and how that might kind of best convey what you can actually do. And if you're indeed presenting yourself in terms of all the ways that might best your chances of gaining the attention of a prospective employer. So things like, are you doing just trailer redesigns only and nothing else? Are you showing things like, oh, I was doing some field recording, or hey, I was doing some implementation, or whatever. Content quality is just, is it good? Period. Is it good? And if not, then why? And distinction is kind of the buzzword we landed on, we decided upon, that could be like the wow factor, or anything that sets you apart from your peers who would be going for the same gigs, you know? Because there is a lot of people out there, a lot of competition, and you need to be not outgunned, because being outgunned is very easy. So, let's jump in. Yes? Okay. Yo, game audio implementation was also you? Out of that book. Wasn't that Chance Thomas's thing? Or am I thinking something else? Maybe that was game music or something? Something like that. Okay. So, first off, presentation. How are you in here? We landed on sonicinnovations.co.uk. Just mute this guy 1 second. Boom. All right. So, right away, I like this picture, but we found that like the best thing you can do on a site is have this page first. Like, have the reels the first thing. Because, as rude as it might sound, no one cares about any of the rest of this until they know that you can do your job well. Guest stars Kevin's water bottle. Yeah, he's sure taking up a lot of screen time, isn't he? And screen space, too. Let's put it right there. Nalgene. Okay, so home is fine. Technical sound designer, field recordist, game audio nut. Great. Like, this is nice, but I feel like this kind of picture is better spent on, like, a contact page. Because if your reel impresses somebody, then they go, huh, who is this guy? I want to learn more, right? And then they jump into your about, or into your contact me, or whatever, and they see this picture, and they're like, oh man, this guy's so legit, so cool. It's cool follow-up. But, I don't know, it could go either way. Hey, look, it's us. There we are. I personally, and this is all just, of course, these are all personal opinions. That's all we can get, really. But I would put the reel first, because the reel is the number one thing I want to see. It's really tough to get any time from a prospective employer at all. So to make them click even one more time is probably not worth your time. You might as well put this first, man. You might as well go reel. Have the reel on your home, and then just kill off home, kill off reel, or rather make reel home, and get rid of the reel, and then put this kind of thing elsewhere. That's my opinion. So we'll go into the reel. Actually, we'll look around first. We usually take a look around the site first, and then move on to the reel. So reel's here, August 2016, implementation of the several things, but of course, the only thing we care about typically is the top one. So, like Matt says, give me a reel/video right off the bat. Have to click already to get to anything. Even one click can turn people off People suck and are lazy. This is all true. It's all very true. Change your site, hurry. You have half an hour, man. Okay. So the first reel is only a minute flat. Look at this. Yes, yes. Perfect. Of course, we're always looking for that minute-long total. Just total 1 minute. It's all we want. It's all you need. Don't do anything more. It's all redundancy. Let's go glance at projects, other things really fast here. INT Sound Lead. It's a roguelike sci-fi RPG in FMod Studio. Cool. Alright, the focus is on character's journey. War-torn world. Okay. Let's accomplish quests, complete objectives, meet crew members, will aid in survival throughout the game, etc. Okay. Website, Greenlight, IndieDB. These are links? Okay, they are links. Okay. Got it. We'll carry on from here. Downloads. Downloads. Try Grainer. Triple layered randomly focused granular resynthesizer. Resynthesizer. Standalone is currently Mac only. Cool. I will look at this later. This looks awesome. Next up, testimonials. Richard Stevens. Oh, here he is. That's the guy. My bad. Not Chance Thomas. Oh, yo. Good words. By the way, this is the kind of thing that I notice, but others might not. This is like capital W, and this is all caps. That kind of thing bothers me. Blog and news. Blog, when's it? August 4th, what's up? Only a month ago. Not bad, not bad. And before that, we've got July 22nd. It's pretty good, man. Oh, but then February. Not so good. Yeah, we're always saying how blogs are so hard, man. Also, is there only one testimonial right now? Yeah. Okay, so this S has got to go. That's fine. That's all right. Okay, we'll go to the reel. Okay, sound design reel. My volume is up on both sides. I have my... I'll turn my sidechain off right now. I'll turn my mic off, actually. I'll press play and we'll get going, okay? Here we... Go on Vimeo, actually. I can go full screen that way. Full screen. God, that applause is loud. What the heck? Why is that applause so loud? What is going on? Why are you so loud, applause? What the heck? Got cranked. There we go. Jesus. That crowd was really enthusiastic. Thanks, man. It should be noted as well. Let's note that this is Joe's V2. This is V2. This is the second V2 we've received. We did Alex Barnhart's V2 last week or 2 weeks before that. The one before PAX. Here's my soundboard. Here it is. It's happening. The PU Stream soundboard. We're pulling back the curtain right now. So let's see here. Joey says, definitely better than before. Yo, Frida Wolf. What's up? Welcome. Cool cat. Sick. Oh, man. Okay, so Frida says only one testimonial on her site because doesn't think that, I missed it here, doesn't think that people want to read the whole back of the book jacket. People can always look at my client list and ask. It's true. I think, like, our site, for example, we've got a ton, but we kind of have the same thought, Frida. Like, we've got testimonials, and it's like a bunch. You know, there's all here, but I don't, like you say, no one's gonna read all these things. I expect people to see like, oh, Ryan Clark, cool, and read one sentence and then go sweet, and then carry on, and then see one more sentence and then go, okay, cool, and they close the window. Like that's fine, totally fine. So that's the idea. Yeah, what's up, Noxiel EDM? Good emotes, strong emote game. Base Trade.
Friendship drive activated.
Isn't Base Trade the StarCraft guy? Isn't he in Vancouver? I'm pretty sure Base Trade's in Vancouver. Good choices, yo. Friendship drive activated. Thanks a lot. Who's that? I missed that one. Oh, Xavier. Welcome. And Derek as well. Thanks for that follow earlier on, man. I saw that. I'm surprised you weren't already following. Is Zachox, or Zacho. We're in Real Talk. Let's have a look at this reel one more time, step by step.
OMG a secret.
OMG a secret. Hey, Hannah. Thank you for that follow. Let's go into step by step. First off, presentation. Let's have a look. Smooches. Thanks, Zacho. Okay, so first off, presentation-wise, we got a minute long. Freaking awesome. Good stuff, Joe. Perfect. Like 1 minute is to the second. Amazing. We start off with this, Joe Thom, sounds unreal, and contact info. Perfect. Really good. And we have it bookended as well with... I thought it was kind of weird having like Joe Thom at the end with this, and then this also. But I guess it's all right. It's kind of like one last bit, like I designed my name, and then we go into the content info. Halo. So in terms of, we'll get there, Matt. We'll get there. We'll get there in content quality. So presentation-wise, though, I like the flow a lot. I think that we got like 15 seconds of this, right? You chose some action-packed stuff from like 1 second to 16-ish, then drop straight into the No Man's Sky. And also, sound-wise, perfect transition. Video isn't great. It's okay.
Oh yeah, better than ever.
Hey, Adam. It's the black sounds kind of cool. I like it. I like the kind of there's a continuing transition point going on there. I like it a lot. So that was weird to me right there. That was strange. That there's like, sounds pretty good, and of course we all know how I feel about how I and how Matt and how Jay and how everyone else that I know feels about Blizzard redesigns, because it's scary because Blizzard has some of the best sounding stuff in the industry. So it's a bold thing to go for, you know, very bold. But what struck me as strange is that sound. Nothing, and then there's like that frame of flash here as well. You see that? It's like it fades out and it's there again briefly, and then it like pops back in again. This was strange right here. I'd look at that. It kind of threw me for a loop. Very weird. But so Jay began saying, but yeah. Hey Naga. Oh, what's up? Did EXP just finish? I'm guessing maybe. I saw Cody was streaming earlier on. Is that where you're coming from? Alright, yo, so we got... That's fine, like the end is fine, and then it drops directly into...
Praise Ham.
Hey, Mart. Yeah, like, it's okay. It wasn't bad. I didn't see that host come in, man. Why didn't I see that? What's up, Cody? Thanks, dude. Playing some Nier, right? Oh, for those of you that are not following Excessive Profanity right now, he's kind of among the best on Twitch. That guy, he's so damn good at his job. He's been going hard for so long. I've been subbed to him for like 27 months or something like that. It's kind of ridiculous. Just throw him a follow right now. The guy's killer. So, for those of you just joining us, this is Power Up Audio's dev stream. Power Up Audio is a sound design house in Vancouver. We do sound and music and voice for a variety of games. We did a lot of indie stuff, so Towerfall Ascension, Crypt of the Necrodancer, Darkest Dungeon, and we had 12 games shown at PAX on the weekend, so we're pretty busy.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Thanks, Wayne June, internally. So this is the first hour of our weekly dev stream at 4 p.m. PST. It's called Real Talk. Excuse me. We have submissions from sound designers, up-and-coming, and amateurs, and seasoned veterans. They send in their stuff. And myself, together with Matthew Martinson, who's the sound lead at Clay Entertainment, games such as Invisible Ink and Don't Starve and Mark the Ninja. Together we come together and create some compliment sandwiches and help some up-and-coming sound designers get hired in the industry. So they show us their reels. We say, yep, it sucks. Here's why. They fix it and hopefully get hired. That's the idea. Or if it's great, we say, it's great. I want to see more. That's the idea. So here we are. Let's go ahead and just glaze over presentation. For those of you just joining, we look at presentation, material selection, content quality, and distinction. We were just wrapping up with presentation. So presentation, we said that the flow is great. I like the bookending of the same thing at the front and back, make it very easy to know kind of who it is you're looking at and how to get in touch. And the site is okay. I'd prefer that home is just the real page. Home is kind of dead space, it's not really important. Contact me could easily be a page with this picture and your contact information. Really easy. So getting into material selection, someone asked earlier, how do you show implementation? I asked who that was. I think it was Alfredo Freak. Also, what's up, Alfredo Freak? Good to see you again. We've got a few ways you can do that. I mean, in the reel, he has the same thing down beneath this, right? Like, here's my Unreal Engine 4 implementation. This is 6 minutes long, though. It's a little bit much. I feel like, I don't know. I would much rather...
What happened to this place? Doesn't matter. I just need to find some medicine, then I can move on.
I would much rather have something from here put into this reel, because I feel like what's important to think about probably, Joe, is that this reel should encapsulate everything you're doing. Or cheers, Hannah. See you around. This reel should encapsulate all you can do, all you're capable of in your field, right? So in that respect, this should be like, it should include things like implementation. So if you did Unreal Engine 4, and I feel like I saw this last time. This seems familiar. Was this like with the bathroom scene or something? And you open the door?
Way. The power's...
So this is all the same game, right? This is cool to have. Like, if I had time, I'd probably look through all this stuff if I cared to see it. But first off, if I watch this only, you've got sound replacement. We'll jump ahead. Sound replacement. Jump ahead. Sound replacement. So this, to me, this reel alone tells me you've never worked on anything, which is scary. So Frida says, it's just a weird train of thought. If you're an artist, your best hope to join X company is to do fan art as though you were already a hired artist of that company. If you want to be a Blizzard artist, you have to make Blizzard art. Why not apply logic to audio? Seems counterintuitive to avoid your own goals. Well, fan art is its own thing, though, Frida. That's the thing. Fan art is like... if you make art in the Blizzard style and you can do it successfully, then great. But Blizzard art is also among some of the best art in the industry. So if you're not there yet, people are going to look at that stuff and say, is this as good as Blizzard? And if this was alongside our work in a Blizzard title, would it be out of place? And you got to be really, really good to achieve that. And there's a lot of companies like that. Any very good sound design piece, like a trailer, the moment you redesign it, you are going to be inevitably compared to the original. And that's okay. If you do it differently, if you take a kind of a different look at it, like much fan art does, then that's okay, because you're bringing new original thought to something that is already known, like some familiar material. But if you're trying to just do the same thing again and as good, then people will say, is it as good as this? And if it's compared to the original and it's not as good, then you just don't look as good. That's the whole thing. If you pick something that people are unfamiliar with, like some independent 3D film or something, and you take 20 seconds of that and you redesign it, then that's going to be great. Like, I got this, what was that one piece? Was it from Thom Wright? I think it was Thom Wright last week. Let's see this, Thom Wright sound. I think it was him. There was one piece right in there Or no. It was Alex Barnhart. That's who it was. Because it was the second part of what he'd already done. This second bit, like I'd never seen this 3D this thing. Like I'd never seen this before. So since I'd never seen it, I had nothing to compare to, and I'm looking at it fresh, as in like this is all I know. But if you have something like super well known, then people will look at it and say, I've heard better, you know? Like, even if it's quite good, because it's not the best. Oh, excuse me. All right. It's my reel again, hey. Yes. Okay, so let's carry on here into content quality. I mentioned here, just real quick, summing it up, as far as material selection goes, I think that you need to put some implementation stuff in here, man, because it's not there. And this reel alone does not tell me anything about your ability to hang out in Unreal Engine 4 or in Wise or anything like that, which is a problem. Totally. And if that means you end up... Thanks for your input, Water Bottle. Well said.
Excuse me.
Hey, Terabad. I think that if you cut these down even more and just squeezed in some implementation, that would totally be fine. Totally. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. And like I've said in past Real Talks, it's not so important that you are showing things like real thoroughly in terms of how implementation is working in Wise or Unreal 4, but rather that you are doing it at all. And then if people care, they will look into it and they'll watch this one saying, oh cool, what did he do? And they'll watch this full one through. But this, you need to assume that this is all they're going to look at. And if this is all they watch, and they're looking for somebody in Unreal 4, and they don't scroll down, which is totally possible, then they'll close your window and move on. That's just, it's going to happen. It can happen very easily. Okay, into content quality, Matt Straight Talk incoming. Let's have a look at Halo 5. Yeah, it's like way better than it used to be. Way better. But like Matt says, I might even just let Matt say that for this one. I believe Matt said, still has some emptiness. There it is, yeah. I think that you could definitely fill out some more things. Xavier Estrago, I'm new here. How long are these streams usually? Well, we do an hour of Real Talk typically, but about half an hour of each person. There's 2 people every week. And then we go into an hour or more, depends if I'm on a roll or not. An hour or so of like live content, just doing like live development or doing some QA, quality assurance on some projects, or showcasing currently in progress builds, or doing Q&A with developers. It varies. Well, we tweak, so we'll see. This week we're gonna do some star crawlers. I'm capturing some video for design. I'll be doing over the next 2 weeks. Okay, into No Man's Sky. Joey says the gunfire does not feel positioned. I am inclined to agree. Right here, right here. Yeah, if you close your eyes and listen to that daka daka of this gun, everyone close your eyes, please, and listen carefully. And now point to where that came from. Oh, sorry, for you, over there somewhere. Right, but dude's like right in front of us, so that's a small issue. I did notice it the first time because it's quite loud, and people want more sizzle on things. Let's hear it. Yeah, it feels like it's synced but not really positioned. That hit's great. Yeah, the rumbling's cool. Like everything, it's as always. Like usually everything kind of right here, right in the middle, is filled out and is designed, and then things elsewhere are not. So right now there's a huge conflict happening, and we hear mostly what's right in front of us. So I'll move on just to make sure we finish this thing somewhat soon. Yeah, like it's really verby. I don't know. It's okay. The flight buys are okay. Yeah, so Rob Audio says that verb is an interesting choice. I kind of agree. Matt says movement's a little weird. Oh, sorry, that was for Halo. No Man's Sky is way better. Gives a little more of that stuff outside. Yeah, the rock explodes. That's the thing, because we're in a ship, but it doesn't really sound like things are muffled or things are outside the ship, and especially because we're hearing like the pew 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 of the gun here. It's a little bit strange since we've got like. We have the pew pew. Sure. But it sounds like it's sort of right here. It doesn't sound like there's projectiles. It just sounds like a sound meaning I'm firing something. And then the rocks are silent. So I'm inclined to agree with Matt in that this shot, like this feels a bit weird that it's silent because you hear everything else so clearly, you know? So if you do want to choose to design it that way, then we should probably hear this. And even if you mute things off, we should probably still hear it a bit, just to have that sound in there. I think people would appreciate having some feedback. It might not be extremely realistic, but kind of like in Team Fortress 2, I believe, if you shoot someone far in the distance, you hear that sound. Like you hear the guy go like, oh, because it's cool to have for players to have that audio feedback, even though it might not be realistic for them to hear like the sound of a guy, 50 meters away through a sniper rifle. But anyway. That kind of that Rob, I assume you're talking about that. Yeah, it's like alright. Doesn't seem that synced though. It's like a big and it fades away. It's not like and here we are, There's so much power to this kind of appearance of these ships that they shoot in and they're just now they're here. Oh, especially considering that there's like these two right here. These two arrive earlier. You see that? Here they are. And they made no sound. So that kind of thing. It was a bit weird. Yeah, so Nat says none of it's realistic because no sound in space, but you're already breaking that rule of physics, so go with covering it all. Agreed. Yeah, that's alright. You can sing it harder. Design more. This shot, I like these guns. It's weird how all the sound drops off though, because you're saying Overwatch sound replace, you're not saying Overwatch guns only sound replace. So the fact that these things are missing, this is a weird spot in the reel, man. I won't lie to you. The shots sound great, but the explosion sounds like a big cavernous thing all around you, but it's in this building right in front of you only, so you wouldn't have that far left and right explosion. Furthermore, that could be designed a lot more. That sounds like a camera, like clip, boom. Sounds like someone's like refilling film in a camera. It's not very chunky. That could be way more beefy. Like if you close your eyes and listen to this thing open and close. Yeah, it does not sound very like. It's like a big freaking rocket launcher, right? Like something's got to be way more beef in there to reflect the threat of a rocket launcher. Like think about the context of what a rocket launcher means, and then do that. B. Patterson in the house says no 3D sound positioning at all, especially as the listener/camera is spinning around in first person. Yeah, agreed, 100%. So this all comes down to designing Blizzard's hard. That's one thing. Needs more beef, man. More beef. That person next to us didn't hear it. Like it seems like this seems like it needs to be retitled as designing weapons only or something, or it needs to be filled out more so that it can stand on its own, or just don't include it and put your Unreal stuff in instead. So carrying forwards. Cool. All right. Thanks, man. In terms of distinction, standing out, well, nothing in the real, really. It's all just redesigns. Redesigns will be outgunned all the time. That said, I said to put this in here. Where's the decapitator? Yes. Put implementation in there for sure. Put this kind of thing, like your various stuff. Like, throw 10 seconds of it in. It can't hurt, you know? Yeah, Matt, I agree, man. I gave the same notes last time, so I don't want to go over it again, but this name, I think, could be a lot cooler. It feels a bit too washy and too kind of blurred out for the specificity of what we're seeing. We've got, like... So the crack is fine. It sounds like it's ice breaking or something. And the ice crack sounds like it's only center, and we have this wide name. So did only the center crack, and it triggered the rest to break apart, or what's that crack really mean? There's a lot of stuff here that I think it could be a lot better. Like, I don't know if we're underwater or if this is dust or what. I think that this could be designed a bit more, if it's worth putting in here at all. Like, right now I wouldn't put this in here. It's not helping you at all. I think you could easily kill this off and put your Unreal stuff instead, or keep it in here as the final bit and kill this off, or like put this beneath it or something. Because having this is like 2 bookends right now. Here it's like Joe Thom, and by the way,
Not personal, just business.
just business. Hey, Dynamite. It's like bookend, and by the way, Joe Thom again. You know, feels kind of weird. So distinction, implementation helps a lot. It's kind of it. You know, there's like the one testimonial. Blog and news is nice. Having, you know, helped to write this thing is good, but I don't. You know, this is like pretty helpful. Blog and news, your blog is somewhat updated. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. It's okay. I like this. This is all right. I'd look into this further. I think blog posts can be pretty cool to look at to show that you're active and interested and passionate. But yeah, real talk. That's perfect. Perfect. Hey, Desiode. It's not personal, just business. Dynamite, welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna call it there. I think you could probably do. Yeah, it's kind of a cool idea. Decide, yeah, bold a part of this thing. You know, bold to show that this is worth your time. So someone clicks through, they see it right away. On our site, we have something kind of like that on our services page. We'll, like, you know, do this kind of thing. So you come to the page, and right away, again, like Frida says, no one's going to read the whole book jacket, right? So we have this part in bold, and if you want to read the rest, then go for it. Hundreds of projects, a unique and memorable sonic palette, right? Like, that's fine, but it's not like we need everyone to read every single line in the entire thing, right? That's the idea. Okay, so back to freaking Scattle for a second as I go applause.